Welcome to the I Can't Believe You Asked That podcast, the show where the impossible becomes possible through the magic of would you rather and mind-bending hypotheticals. Join us as we dive into the realms of imagination, challenging each other with questions that'll make you ponder, laugh, and maybe question your own sanity. Join Paul, Alex, and Kelly and buckle up for a journey into the fantastical and the absurd. Because here, there are no wrong answers, just horrendous questions.
And I'm also awesome. And my hair looks really cute today, just FYI. Welcome to another fantastic episode. Well, I'm assuming it will be. We haven't done it yet. I can't really vouch for it, and I don't want to put my stamp on it until I hear it. But it might be a great episode. Welcome to what might be a fantastic episode of I Can't Believe You Just Asked That with Alex, Paul, and me, Wikipedia.
She is so confident today's going to be a good episode. She gave it every caveat under the sun. Prepared to be disappointed, excited, thrilled, maybe all of the above, or none of the above. I don't know.
I think you've got 11 episodes left, Kels, until you're a selfish bitch and leave us.
So I make way for guest appearances who will underwhelm everybody in my shadow. Oh, and I have
And congratulations on being pregnant. Paul is like, how does this impact me? This impacts me.
You'll have more time. You'll have more time to think of real questions, won't you, Kels? Because you'll be doing nothing every day.
I'll be coming with stats and facts. I'll be fact checking all the BS that Alex is spouting in my absence.
I had an idea, right? Because you know how amongst podcasts, there's this whole thing about emergency podcasts, which are literally never emergencies. But the rest is football. A manager gets sacked. They do an emergency podcast because it happens. Like on political ones, I don't know. There's an announcement, so they do an emergency pod. I was thinking, Kels, when you go into Labour, emergency podcast.
Oh my God, shall we? Shall I do it from the Labour seat? I'm so that. I need a distraction. Yeah. I'll be like, guys, get your laptop.
Can you imagine?
We're working until I'm allowed to take my Labour.
So Sean asks, what angers you the most? Ooh. I've got 2 dead easy.
You've got what?
2 dead easy.
Have you? Go on then.
Yeah. If I let you through in a car and you don't thank me, you're dead to me.
You do hate that.
And also, if I'm waiting to go somewhere and you don't indicate and turn and stop me from going when I could have gone because it could have. If you just don't indicate when you're driving a car, you're a prick. That's the bottom line of it.
Agreed. Will I yell now?
Indicate and thank me, you fucking tossers. That's all I say.
Say thank you.
Yeah, it's not hard. Just go nod, anything. But no.
Just any indication. Do you know what? I did that the other day, but I think I really confused the driver, and then I think I made him angry.
Oh, what, by saying thank you?
So he let me out of the hill, so I came out, and then I said thank you, but I realised my back window is probably a bit frosty, like maybe he didn't see. So instead, I rolled down the window, stuck my head out the window, and went,
So you look like a psycho.
He then came to the side of me as if he was taking over me, so I don't know if he saw me go like, maybe. And it became a very awkward thing because we were just staring at each other.
Kels, that's what your hazards are for. You put your hazards on. I do it every single morning when people let me out on my road. I stick the hazards on for like two flashes. Otherwise,
dead easy.
The devil in me thinks.
How grateful I was.
Well, the devil in me thinks about putting my hazards on and then just stopping. And they let out someone who breaks down right in front of them and like, motherfucker! But I'm always conscious to do it just enough to be like, thank you, and then move on.
Do you know what else really grates me?
Here we go. You found this such an easy question for you.
Yeah, if you're pushing a queue. It happens at school all the time.
Yeah.
There's a system and no one listens. They just go, no, I'll get close to the gate. And you think, it's fucking queue for a reason. We're all queuing up. It's not my fault you came late. Get behind me. That's how it works. But no.
I'm with you on that. Like these social orders that people don't follow or think that they have an entitlement to not follow is something that irks me. So people who stop in a yellow box, you can ask your wife, Alex, I am a different person in my car. I will.
Well, she's told me.
What's a yellow box?
Honk at you.
The
What?
yellow don't enter box on the roads
You
where
tell
you
me
leave
you
a
know
gap.
about.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I don't call it a yellow box before.
Honk.
That's not the name for it.
Honk. I've got into some right altercations in my car. I've turned my car off midway in a carriageway in a standoff with a Land Rover. And then he was like, "You're a bitch." Came back and told me if someone called me a bitch, but he was right. I was.
Oh, wow. It's angry driving. I don't think I'm that angry a
driving
driver.
I'm not an angry
angry
driver, but things that people do anger me because it's so dangerous and it's so stupid. Like, why do it?
Mm.
Like, you're not on the street. This isn't harmless behaviour you're doing. This is wild stuff.
I've got another one. I'm sorry, but this could
So
get
easy.
me more angry than ever, and I see it all the time on TikTok. People who are just out there, filming to piss police off and like just pushing police all the time. And I'm thinking, what the fuck are you doing, and why are you doing that? And then like, everyone's in the comments are like, oh yeah, police officer shouldn't have done that. And you think, stop pushing him. They're there to protect us, you fucking bellends. Why are you doing that? Or just security guards in general. When they start pushing security guards, you think, what the fuck are you doing? Stop it.
Speaking of filming people, do you know when people do like a good deed for a homeless person or an elderly person, they shove a camera in their face?
Yeah.
I just I can't watch it. It's painful to watch. It's like this person has to accept what you're giving them because they are impoverished or they actually need help and they're vulnerable. And it's just like it makes me feel ill. Like it's not even angry. Like I feel like upset when I watch that shit. Like,
also turning it into a look how virtuous I am, look how amazing I am, like me.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's so weird.
I tell you, one thing that makes me angry, Paul, is how
kids with food around their mouth.
Increasingly right-wing your mother has become. She literally shared something. It comes up because she does so many, for some reason it comes up on my notification feed, and I didn't even need to click on it before I knew it would piss me off, because it went, well, I won't say her name, has shared from a EU, we were right to leave. I was like, oh god, this is not going to be good. This is not going to be good.
Maybe that is your thing. Everything right wing you hate. That's fair.
I do hate everything right wing.
Fascist, racist, and xenophobic.
Yes.
Unless it's funny.
I know it's a boring answer. I hate selfish people. You know, people that are so because I hate the irrationality of the fact that you can't tell a selfish person they're selfish because they can't see it, because they're so self-absorbed. They have no idea.
They've got
and it drives me insane, particularly ones, and I can't think of an example that I will share, but I hate people that are so selfish that they're like, oh my god, this happened to me, and that yet when they're on the right side of the exact same scenario, they're fine with it. Oh, I'm absolutely fine. I benefit, and this is about me now.
Are you talking about me?
No.
I feel like I'm seen in this conversation, and I don't like the mirror that's being held.
I think I'm very aware that I'm selfish. Does that count?
I was going to say, you're quite a rarity. You know when you're doing it, and you do it. You're one of the few people that is endearingly selfish sometimes.
Yeah,
it's people. It's Kelly's point about the lack of self-awareness. People that do not see what the whole rest of the world see drives me insane, and I fester on things like that.
I find that in conversations as well. Have you ever like talking to somebody and they just cut you off, and it's so detached from what you were saying? You're like, you're not even in this. That you just really want to bolster everything you want to say in this space. I'm like, I was like,
yeah. So this is where we're at.
Me. So I'm just going to sit by this. But no, what angers me the most, to answer the question, and I think this really happened post-COVID for me, when people stand close to me in a queue, like I can feel myself
personal space
to want to say something. Yeah, personal space now is so important to me, and I didn't care before. And if anything, I want everybody's personal space. But like, I was in the queue at Primark this weekend, and some woman was so close. I started like changing my body language to be like, back off, because I was like, I'm so close to saying something.
I know they're wrong. They're in the wrong. If that is a trigger for you, never in Primark. Yeah. It is a hellhole. For personal space doesn't exist in Primark. It is death to me. I hate Primark for that exact reason.
Like I don't mind being like, when I'm shopping and I'm getting bits, I'll be like, excuse me, that's fine. But when I'm in the queue, like, why can I feel your breath on my neck? It's too much.
Isn't that just queuing though? Isn't that not people's fault? Everyone queues close. Surely.
No.
Like when you go to the supermarkets, if there's not a trolley, like if you're in the basket aisle, let's say, not the trolley aisle, people are close, aren't they? I guess
Eat it though.
if you're shopping online, you don't. Well, that's the system's fault.
Except I can't do that anymore. But I did start walking around town like this the other day.
What, with your arms out? Like, safe space, safe space.
You're like, no.
Do you know what will be good for you soon? When you've got baby, people do step back because the kids are there and they're like, yeah, I'm not getting close to the kids. So you'll have a deterrent, so it'll be fine.
But that's, I had this conversation with Luke. Like, it seemed wild to me that I'd put my baby in a pram and put them first in a crowd. Like, surely I go first and I know it's safe for my baby to follow through. Prams should be at the back of us.
So you don't want to see them? What, are you moonwalking everywhere? I don't understand what's happening.
Why are we sending the tiny babies first as the cavalry? Like, shouldn't we be?
Because
but when
not sending them to war.
They're facing you. They are facing you. They're trusting. Well, society is trusting that you are the adult and aren't going to push them out into traffic.
Yeah.
Traffic, crowds. Like, I don't know what this crowd is about, or who's in there, or what's happening. I mean, I should if I'm going into it. And usually
but you'd rather
you can see it all.
Put them behind you where you can't see anything happening, and someone could just come and steal your baby.
Yeah, you not thought this through, have you?
No, I didn't. Okay, there's got to be an in-betweeny way where my baby is closer and safer to me, and not the first one in a danger space.
It'll be fine.
This is one of those situations which is a quirk of society, and there's no way to change it. If you wanted to adopt a child, you go through the most forensic examination ever. Yet Kelly can just have a baby and come up with the whole, can't that baby just be behind me where I can't see it and anyone can snatch it at any time? That'll be fine, right? Social services don't care about you, Kels. Somebody wants to give a good home to a child that desperately needs it, and they go through 2 years of vetting.
No.
And that one thing you said, they would go, Cross, not her.
Yeah. If they heard this podcast and Kelly wanted to adopt, they'd be like, on the basis of this podcast, no.
No. They need to understand that, and again, they might clip it and get some really bad. But if they watch the whole thing, let me just state, it was for the purposes of safety. I was considering, shouldn't we be walking first into the road? Now I'm hot. I'm scared.
Kelly, this is going to be such a wild ride, and I am here for it.
No,
honest to God, the first year of parenthood in your house, I am totally here for it.
I need to hear all the stories as well, because this is going to be great.
Once you've got your shit together, I'll see you less. But before that time...
All the wild stuff I've come up with in between.
Okay, so Alex, you hate everything.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Carry on.
I think it came from holiday last year, didn't it? My invention.
What was that?
Invention.
Well, yeah.
Instead of having to get up to feed the baby at night, you put a hamster...
rabbit hutch type drinking
type thing, and put the milk in so the baby can just roll and suckle the milk.
She genuinely said to me and Amy when we were struggling with the fact that no sleep, because what does he wake up for? It was for milk a lot of the time, and she's like, oh, well, mine won't do that because I'm going to put a rabbit hutch dispenser, and my 5-month-old baby that can't crawl, can't roll, can't sit up is going to sense the milk, and bearing in mind, Paul, as you well know, some of them, they won't agree to the teat on a bottle. Yeah. On one of our children, we had to buy 6 different bottles, and urgent on Amazon next day delivery, praying he would feed from one of them. But Kelly has got a child which will drink from a
metal straw.
This is a misrepresentation of my invention, and just copyright, trademark Kelly right now. It is very similar to that of what you just attach to a rabbit hutch, but there's also a pram version, which is on an IV drip, but you don't IV your baby. Again, it's not what it sounds like. I have it in my head. Alex is saying I'm feeling that I'm not going to pet room and back.
Get it out your head. Get it out your head.
Okay.
It's mad.
Paul, if you were adoption services and Kelly said, I'm not pregnant, I would just would you give her a child?
It's a business idea. Do you know if I pull it off and I'm a gabillionaire because people don't have to wake up to see their baby, I'm going to replay this and go...
You know we've had babies, right? We know what they do.
Yeah. This is such the naivety of a first-time parent. And again, I'm here for it. Because no one would have been able to tell me I was wrong about anything before I had one either. But from someone that has 3... Well, we have 5 children between us. Why listen to us, Kel? Yeah. But yes, your child will drink like a hamster, from an IV drip.
That if you didn't have to get up and do night feeds, then you could fill up a little bottle and it would work, that you wouldn't purchase it and pay like
If it worked,
I would do it.
Exactly.
And it's impossible.
Watch
it will not work.
Guys. I mean, I'm not trying it with my own baby.
Good luck. Oh yeah, that confident are you?
Idea. I said it first, just on this day.
Jesus wept.
If anyone out there wants to give their baby to Kelly so she can feed them from a hamster bloody water bottle.
To be fair, that is an episode of Dragon's Den a lot of people are watching.
No, yeah, because they'd all be here.
Also, Kelly being such an optimist, she's like, I would like £3 million for 0.5% of my company.
Yeah.
Why? How many sales have you done? None yet.
Just an idea.
It's an idea.
0.
Have you got patents?
3 lawsuits.
No, I've not even designed it yet. It's just a concept.
I spoke to 2 dads who said it's a shit idea, but I think it's great.
I'm out. I like you, but I'm out.
All right, you hate right wing and selfish people.
Right wing, selfish, unaware people.
You hate people breathed on your neck and queues.
Personal space, man. It's important.
And I hate every fucker.
Especially on the road, yeah.
Especially on the road. If you're on the road or in a queue, you're dead to me.
I enjoyed that question. When it first flashed up, I was like, I don't know where I will go with this, but that was enjoyable. Thank you, Sean.
Good old Sean. What's your favourite? What's your flavour? Tell me what. Oh, Alfie's back. What's your favourite film? This is going to be a tough one for Alex, who's only seen 4.
No. I have like a bona fide top 5 that vary in their placement every time.
Wait,
okay.
I just asked, do you think it's pronounced bona fide? Because it's got an E on the end.
Bona fide. But I'm just bona fide. It's bona fide. Bona fide.
I thought it was bona fide.
Bona fide. No, it's bona fide. I have a bona fide top 5.
Okay, just clarifying. Okay. Mine's, really easy. Lord of the Rings, the trilogy. Does it count all 3 of them?
You can have all 3.
Yeah, you can have all of those.
Lord of the Rings,
yeah.
Peter Jackson, 2000s.
Mine's From Dusk Till Dawn. I love that film.
Brilliant film.
What's From Dusk Till Dawn?
Tarantino.
Tarantino.
George Clooney.
George Clooney.
Sam Hayek. We've got it's the vampire who locked in the strip club.
I don't think I've seen that.
It's not that. It starts off as they've kidnapped because they're bank robbers or they're just nasty people, and they've kidnapped a woman and they're trying to get across the border to get some money across the border. It starts off as a normal film. Then when they get to the titty twister of the bar, it just turns crazy and everything turns into vampires. You're like, amazing. What the fuck is this film? And that's how it is.
Very good. It's a good film.
That's why I love it.
Films in general are very good, though.
Yeah, Clooney's amazing in it.
This is
Who's
true.
the dude? What's his name? The old man.
So the guy who played Mr. Wolf in Pulp Fiction.
Possibly.
Isn't it?
What is his name? It'll come to me. Come on, Alex.
John Travolta.
It's not him, though.
He was in...
the one person you knew from that film. That's what you said?
Yes, I did. Right, I think if I have to nail it down, it would be Gladiator. Because I'm so excited for Gladiator 2. But they do interchange between Gladiator, Braveheart, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump's a great film.
And then, to be fair, I have like a 5th spot, which other things can float in and out. But The Departed is definitely in there. With Leo DiCaprio and...
everyone's in The Departed.
But everyone's in The Departed. And the end scene is just so amazing.
Do you know one of the best end scenes I've ever seen is Usual Suspects? That film is badass.
No.
I'm not ruining the film for you by telling you the ending.
What about Usual Suspects is amazing, but what about not where he's Kaiser Sose, but where he plays K-Pax?
Kaiser Sose is Usual Suspects.
I know, because K-Pax is a great film. Fantastic. And are you allowed to say that again now? Because Kevin Spacey didn't get found guilty of being a wrong-un, I think. Am I allowed?
Well, we're allowed to like Johnny Depp now, aren't we? And we still listen to Michael Jackson because it was never... But, R. Kelly...
Don't start on Jackson because Paul will fight you.
Really?
I love Michael Jackson.
Yeah, but Jackson was a wrong-un, don't you? Come on.
Well, he definitely had some issues and some...
Yes.
Right, let's go to the argument. You've got kids. Yeah, Alex, you've got kids. Yeah?
Yeah.
Right. If he offered you £5 million to keep quiet and you thought your kid had been touched, would you accept that money?
No.
No chance in this world.
Exactly,
Yeah, people were saying this and then just go, okay, yeah, we'll take your money and see you later.
No.
And then nothing was proven.
Yeah,
nothing
but
was
some
proven. And
people
then so
don't
many things
have
come
morals.
back and then so like even like the famous actors that were with there have all said it was so innocent, it's unbelievable.
Yeah,
But the
exactly.
Have no reason to say that if he is a Roman.
But Paul, you're a grown man. Would you sleep with children in your bed that aren't yours?
I'm not saying he didn't have issues. I'm not saying he didn't have issues.
He had issues. Let's
But
park
having
it there.
issues,
He had
having
issues.
issues and being a wrong un is different. Is
Yeah.
a different thing.
And to
Isn't
be
it?
fair, Finley runs into my bed in the morning when he stays here.
That's family.
Kelly,
It's different.
come on. Also,
I'm not saying
I hope
he wasn't.
Well, I hope he wasn't a wrong un, and I do prefer the version of he was too sweet for this world, he was just a big child, and he was asexual and all the rest. I prefer that version
Regressive.
to the other one.
Do you have a certain brand, hair gel brand that you always buy? Same one?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, now? Yeah, why?
Just the same one, yeah, always. Never change because it works well with your hair.
Yes.
So if you found out the guy that made that was a wrong un, would you stop buying that hair gel?
Yes.
Yes.
Would you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there are many alternatives.
Well, the hair gel is not the issue, is it? Someone else would start making hair gel after that. It's a company, isn't it? You just
Such a rat.
created
No,
it.
but it's where your money's going. Like
All I'm
consumers
saying
make
is-
ethical choices these days, and that's not ethical.
All I'm saying is, I know he's a dickhead, but the remix of Ignition is a bit of a bop. That's all I'm
No.
saying.
Never. R. Kelly's
That's the
does it,
best
mate.
sleep.
It's a bit of a
Ah.
remix of Ignition is a hell of a song. I can't help that,
No.
even though he is a wrong un.
I'm not gonna lie, the art was good, okay, but I can't.
Yeah.
I can't listen to. I don't want him getting paid no royalties because I'm playing on the Alexa.
To be fair,
Even
I
being
haven't
happy.
played it since, but
Yeah.
I've got to admit it
Just
was
think, every
it
time
was a
you
bop.
play that, you're giving him money to
I
fund
haven't.
his
I haven't.
sex
Look.
trafficking,
Fucking
thieving.
haven't.
Okay, cool. Same with P Diddy. Just putting that out there.
Oh my
No.
god, he's been done for trying to witness intimidate and get offering people money via other prison mates, isn't he? What
Wow.
he knows, he is absolutely banged to rights.
Oh my god, he's done. He's done for.
That actor, by the way, was Harvey Keitel.
The old guy with the glasses.
Oh, guy with the glasses.
Yeah.
But going back to it, K-Pax, what a movie!
Very good film.
Yeah, to be fair, Kevin Spacey is amazing. He's such a good actor, but I don't know whether I'm allowed to be too effusive about him yet.
I think innocent until proven guilty. Obviously, P. Diddy had those videos that he's guilty, whether he said he's guilty or not.
Yeah, there's different times where you know.
Yeah.
Where you know that you.
When there's like a groundswell of, it's a bit like Jimmy Savile. When that dam broke, it's broke. You can tell on the news, Mohammed Al Fayed, the dam's broke. There ain't no doubt. He was wrong, and yeah, exactly.
Wrong.
Okay, last question.
Okay, John.
Last
On that happy note.
On that happy note.
We've deviated a lot from the original question, haven't we?
Yeah.
And that question came from a 4-year-old, and yet all them answers came out.
Anyway, my answer was Gladiator. Oh God.
Would you rather listen to praise music or Jolene on repeat forever from Mariah? Thanks, Mariah.
Praise music as in like gospel music, right?
I assume so, yes. And is Jolene an artist, or is it Jolene?
I mean,
Is
I
it that song?
But
and as in, you can't pick that.
You can. Well, you could, but
I like that song, but I pick praise music so there's more music.
Praise music all the way, like Michelle Williams, When Jesus Says Yes. You've got like Whitney Houston's gospel album. You've got Beyonce's gospel songs.
The songs from Sister Act.
Pentatonics, the songs from Sister Act. And if you're not going, shadow from the mountain, shadow from the mountain tops. Oh, do you remember that from Christ King?
Shadow what?
I don't remember that song.
Shadow from.
Whoa! Everyone would just go really loud.
Do. Yeah, praise music.
That's a banger. So many bangers. Praise music. Easy.
He's so upset with the choices. He's like, what about Coldplay?
Yeah, I know. I'd be devastated. But I have a really, what do you call it? Like weak psyche in that if you say a song title, it's be stuck in my head for yonks. Jolene, like if that was the only music you could listen to and that was just permanently your internal monologue, it would drive me insane. Like today, this was a good one. Like there was a woman at work who had a Spice Girls top on, right? which got me talking to her about the Spice Girls and the fact that still pisses me off that my first ever album purchase was Spice Girls. Because I was taken to the shop by my mum and I really wanted the Fugees album, and she saw that it says parental advisory on it, and so she wouldn't let me have it, so I had to get Spice by Spice Girls. But which led us talking about first albums, and she said, oh, hers was Linkin Park Encore.
Nice.
And I was like, so then out of nowhere, she didn't even say the song. For about an hour and a half, I had Numb going around my head. Yeah, the whole time. But I was happy with that. But that is how weak my brain is. Someone just said Linkin Park to me in the context of a 1-minute conversation in the office, and I had it in my head for an hour and a half. So it's all I can listen to is Jolene, and that is the soundtrack to my every thought every day. No way.
There's only one song that happens to me with, and it's a song that is revile a word for something that you despise?
Because or you could say despise.
I revile it. Because I can't get it out of my head, and once it's in there, and it's so annoying. Murder on the Dance Floor by Sophie Ellis-Bextor.
Murder on the Dance Floor. It's a good song.
You better not steal the groove.
But now I give
baby.
DJ.
DJ,
not baby.
DJ. What did I say, baby?
Yeah, baby. No, DJ.
Sorry, I was thinking about Spice Girls.
Is your favourite film Spice World? Is that? That's right. It was good times.
Oh God,
Alex.
Do you know what is really sad? Sorry, just final comment. I've seen Spice World and I haven't seen From Dusk Till Dawn.
Or Back to the Future. Fucking idiot.
But I have seen Spice World.
Something wrong
years ago.
Films that you've
Jesus.
Maybe that's a thing we should do. Yeah, people on TikTok or wherever send me films that Alex should have seen, and we'll see if he's seen it.
We'll get Alex to review the films and give a rating.
Yeah. Well, he won't watch it because he doesn't like watching films from the past. He'd rather watch a modern film.
Well, every film
Spice World 2.
Past, isn't it?
Huh?
But then
every film that you would have watched would have been a film from the past because it's made and edited months before it's released.
Well, you didn't have this argument last time when he said it. You was on his team, fucking Alex.
My brain doesn't
against Back to the Future.
My brain has
but also, I accept
human right now.
But I accept that the irony that of my top 5 favourite films, I think Robin Hood Prince of Thieves was like 92 or 91, something like that. Gladiator was 97. Braveheart was about 95, I think. Like,
do you know Die Hard was 80s?
No.
Was it?
88 or something ridiculous. I was like, what?
Wow.
Anyway.
Maybe I was wrong with Braveheart being 95. Maybe it was 2000. Anyway, either way. Go on, Kelly, stat attacking me. What are you stat attacking?
It's not the stat attack. There's something called, and I can't remember the word for it, it's like a Denji loop or a Denji principle in science, and it's to do with time travel, and it relates to Back to the Future. So basically, the song that Marty McFly sings Back in the Past is then given to Chuck Berry by his cousin, and this is something that always exists within the time loop without ever being created. So there's just a little thing.
Johnny Be Good.
But there's a word for something like that that's never been created, doesn't have a base, but it's always been in existence within the time loop. It's called the Denji principle.
You're saying it like we're going to know. We ain't going to know.
So, on that note, if anyone understood what Kelly just said, and I'm an intelligent person, I have a degree, and I have not a
degree
Scooby.
From Cambridge.
I have not a Scooby. I mean, that was not meant as a humble brag. It was just I have a fairly decent education, and I have no idea what she just said. So on that note, thanks for joining us to understand what we got angry about, what our favourite films are, and whatever the last question was. That's gone out of my mind.
Jolene.
So, Jolene. Join us again, same time, next time, wherever you consume your podcasts. Come consume us. Bye.
Bye.